If you're watching this video, then it means that you also like to build. And, like me, are always trying to improve your builds. So today I'll be sharing 10 tips on how to make your builds amazing. Hey, it's Muffin. Minecraft is a game entirely about creativity, and I like to share mine on YouTube. I enjoy uploading videos as shorts and videos, and I've also started to stream on YouTube and Twitch, and we're almost at 50 subscribers, so if you're enjoying the content, please do subscribe. Of the 10 tips to make your builds amazing, the first is concept. It is so important that before building, you have a picture in your mind or some kind of reference to guide you. Number 2 is the location that you build in. A lot of people take this for granted and they focus too much on the build itself, but just as important as the build is where you place the build. So in this example, even though it's a basic build, it has so much character because it's nestled between two hills and has a mountain as its backdrop. So always look for a place to build before actually committing to the build. Number 3 is framework. By framework, I'm referring to the outlines of your build. In this case, I've used oak logs to act as a framework for this structure. What it does is it creates clear distinctions for your eyes to focus on. Number 4 is the roofing. Your roofing adds so much character to your builds, it really makes it distinct from everything else. But you must be sensible in which roofing you use. For snowy environments, you must use a more sharper roof, but for desert environments, you can use a more flat roof, and it's all to do with the rainfall. Over here, I've used 2 different roofs to add more character. Number 5 is your block palette. Your block palette makes your build sensible to its location. Over here, I've used stone bricks to match the mountain, and oak blocks and roofing to match the trees around it. Number 6 is depth. Depth is the most important part in improving your build. It stops your build from looking flat and 2D and game-like, and starts to add distinction and uniqueness to your builds. I've used ladders to help transition from the oak to the white, and fencing along the edges. I've also used stairs to create depth within the stone brick walls themselves, and I've outlined it all using slabs. But by having depth, you really add layers to an otherwise flat build, and it's a very simple step. Number 7 is block variation. Block variation stops your build from looking monotone. By adding similar hues, you are able to give the sense of age or direct someone's vision. If you're able to place darker blocks at the bottom, it will naturally guide the viewer upwards and make your build look a lot bigger and a lot more impressive than it is. Number 8 is the environment. A lot of people take this part for granted, but it is so important to have your environment work with your build. Otherwise, it just looks as if though your build's being placed there haphazardly. Over here, I use the waterfall to create a stream that goes through the gap in my house, and it really makes it more cozy. Number 9 is life. This is a 2D game, but to make it look realistic and lively, you need to have motion, and I do that through campfires and by simulating growth through the vegetation or through dirt path that would emulate someone walking over there. And this really takes it up a level. Number 10 is your story. Every build starts off from a design and adds layers to get to an end product, but it will stay as a build and not be something that means something. It will never be an art unless there is that unique factor, which is the story or a lore behind the build. That is why you must add a story, because that brings passion into your build. And if there's no passion in your build, then it's just a bunch of blocks. Anyone can repeat that, but you must make it unique. So have a good day. Enjoy your building. If you've enjoyed the video, do leave a like, do subscribe, and bye.